I've worked all of my life to live in Italy. We found this place, and now this is our place, and it means everything to me. I love that Tuscan food, it's about basic ingredients and the quality of them. It can take a long time. There's braised meats, there's slow-cooked ragouts and sauces and things. Today, we're going to make bacalao, or cod, and all'alione sauce. Ta-da! You have a big bowl of tomatoes.
I'm making a white lady, which is a classic cocktail.
These are my favorite cookies. Oldie-timey, a sesame cookie. Okay, to the table. Boom! Food is a conduit. We make food to take us away to places we've never been and dream about going to. You just need your imagination and a couple of bucks, and you have a ticket to anywhere. So come on over. I love this place. I hope you do too. Hey everybody, welcome to Tuscany. John is going to make a cocktail a little later. We may have a surprise dessert at the end from my sister Maria. We're making a really simple dish today. Very few ingredients. I've got some olive oil in a pan here. I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit. And we're going to make all'alione sauce. It's just garlic and cherry tomato sauce, basically. And instead of putting it on pasta or with pasta, we're going to put it on fish. This is bacalao, this is cod, and this is a great product. You can order it from your fishmonger, and here you can buy it in the regular grocery store, like around the corner from here, because it's a popular thing. This has already been soaked. So bacalao is salt cod, and you go through a process to soak it. You have to change the water a few times, and once it's soaked and kind of puffs back up, then it's ready to be prepared, to be cooked. In Elba, an island that's a few hours from where we live in Tuscany, John and I had the best time. We've been there a couple times. It's just such a fun, friendly island of fishing villages and beachfront properties and restaurants. And there's this one place, Drago's, that we love to go to. And it's just so cool and friendly and filled with locals, which always means there's gonna be great food. And my favorite dish there, even when it's not on the menu that day, even if it's not a special, they still make it for us. And I just love it. And it's crispy cod, the bacalao, cooked in olive oil. We have cooking oil in one pan on the far side of the stove, and I'll flip them around once we get the sauce going. And they top it with a ton of all'alione sauce. We have a ton of cherry tomatoes this season. Like, I just can't keep up with cooking them, quite frankly. You turn the handle in so I don't burn myself. I use this little gadget, which is actually made for truffles, a truffle shaver, to shave a lot of garlic. You want several fat cloves. And this always reminds me of my friend Paul Sorvino, God rest his soul. He came on for the 25th anniversary of Goodfellas. And I always say, I said for many years on the daytime talk show that I worked on, I always said, you want to use this gadget because you can shave it Pauly thin, because that was his technique in jail. He would use a razor to shave the garlic so thin it would melt into the oil. This is as close as I can get, and I don't think I should be using John's razors on garlic. Something bad would happen. I have to say it's a little mesmerizing to watch the garlic be shaved. Hi, Bella. Are you coming to help Mama? Yeah, are you coming to help Mama? Okay, so now with the tomatoes. This is a fun trick. You take 2 deli lids, which we all seem to have. I don't know why, right? You only saved half of a container. Why are you saving the deli lids? Eat them, put them in the recycle bin, and go on with life. But whatever, I got a whole drawer full. And you put the cherry tomatoes between the two lids. And you can cut a bunch of tomatoes at one time instead of just one cherry tomato at a time. Now, I show this trick to all my friends and certainly my sister. If Maria is in the kitchen, she takes the tiniest knife she can find and she takes one tomato at a time, and with her fingertip on the tip of the knife, cuts the tomato. And then a minute later, next tomato. She is a patient woman. I am an impatient woman. So I do my trick because it saves a lot of time. So it's bumpy side up, tomatoes in the middle. Ta-da, you have a big bowl of tomatoes. Now, I like a pinch of sugar, even though these are sugary sweet. And I like a pinch of ground red pepper or red pepper flake. Or you could have a small fresh red pepper, throw it in and take it out later. This is ground spicy red pepper. So those are your options. Into our oil, once it gets warm, turn it up just a hair. We're gonna swirl around a lot of garlic. I've got this on medium heat because this is a pretty strong burner. And once that's very fragrant and bubbling, we can throw our tomatoes in. And you just let them cook out until their juices start to come alive and come out. What helps everything lose its liquid? Salt, of course. So we salt them. All right, so we'll be right back. I'll meet you back here. Okay, so there's a little pinch of sugar. Gild the lily. And a little bit of spice from the red pepper. It smells amazing. I also add a few leaves of basil, which I normally keep under a big plastic bag, but for the camera's sake, I took the baggie off. But if you keep it room temperature and on the counter under a large bag, it's like a little greenhouse, and it keeps your basil nice and fresh for longer than if you put it in the fridge. I also have Pomadoro or parsley, little flat leaf parsley, a nice grassy finish to dishes. I'm gonna grab a lid for this, and then I'm gonna switch burners just because it'll be safer to have the hot oil to cook the fish right next to me. And I have a transfer tray. I'll wrap over a lined parchment or foil, anything, a lined sheet tray here so that the fish can rest in case it all won't fit into the pan at the same time. I can cook it in batches and just keep moving it over. The hard oil is a really great product that helps you safely dispose of oil instead of just, like some people I know, go in the backyard and dump it. No. Hard oil turns used oil literally hard, so you can dispose of it. All right, okay, so now back to our bacalao, our cod, right? Now I used my seafood seasoning blend, which includes dill and coriander and onion and salt and pepper, of course. And I put some on the fish itself. Again, I like a lot of flavor in my food, so it also has a little bit of red pepper in it, but not much. And in this bowl, I have about 1.5 cups of AP flour for up to 8 or 9 chunks, about 4 or 5 ounce chunks of fish, mixed with about 1/2 cup of cornstarch. I just eyeball it. I don't measure this stuff. I just fill the bowl with it. The cornstarch, it makes it a little extra crispy around the edges, and flour is flour, right? So you can season the flour and cornstarch, or you can season the fish, or you can do both. Depends on how spicy you want your fish. You know, I'm gonna put a little everywhere, right? All right. So now our oil, it's just over medium. And once he starts to ripple, we'll add our fish, as much as we can fit in the pan without overcrowding it. You can cook it in batches. It doesn't all have to go in at the same time. Yeah, he's ripply. Bubbles are coming out. That's good. I'm gonna turn them up just a pinch more. Hey, hon,
Yeah.
what are you making?
I'm making a white lady, which is a classic cocktail. So a white lady is like, if you know what a sidecar is, that's brandy, triple sec, lemon juice. It's a gin version of a sidecar. It's a lot lighter, and I thought with lemon and everything would go really nicely with fish. So we're gonna do, per cocktail, about 2 ounces of gin.
Our gin, staple gin.
Our gin, staple gin. Then we're gonna add about 1 ounce of triple sec. Give it a little, you know, you got the lemon and the orange balancing off each other. We got some fresh, of course, always fresh squeezed lemon juice. And just to balance it out a little bit more, I'm gonna add just a little bit of simple syrup, which you make it at home, it's easy. Half water, half sugar. Heat it up until the sugar melts. Then you can store it in the fridge. And a little squeezy bear, squeezy bottle kind of vibe. I'm gonna add ice to this, and this, because it's got fresh juice in it, it's already cloudy.
Did you put enough citrus juice in there? I like the citrus.
I'm going to do a Rachael Ray enhanced white lady with even more citrus juice. Uh-oh. See, Layla does not like the extra citrus juice.
No, she's having fun.
Try and say citrus juice 3 times fast.
Citrus juice, citrus juice, citrus juice. That wasn't that
good.
fast, but it was okay.
Now, I've chilled these. I'm using these little oldie-timey coupes because I feel like, you know, white lady with the fish, it's very delicate. You want to kind of evoke the days back when people had these little delicate cocktails. People also do this with an egg white in it to make it nice and foamy. And then I'm finishing it off, of course, with a little lemon twist. That's it. The white lady is ready for consumption.
For the little lady that's cooking,
Cheers. Here's to the fish.
here's a power tip. Use one hand for the fish and the other to hold your cocktail. Cheers. This is done. Our sauce looks beautiful, and the fish will just take another couple of minutes. Maria, you got your stuff ready?
I do.
I better make
It's my
another
favorite cookie in the world, so
I better make another white lady. Maria's here.
I'm gonna just babysit the fish. The sauce is done. This first batch of fish is done. So now, Maria. Okay, These are my favorite cookies. Whether rolling Hoboken style with Cake Boss, or here in Italy where I literally less than 5 minutes from our home, I can buy 87 different types of amazing sweets and treats and cookies. My favorite is oldie-timey, a sesame cookie. My sister makes sesame cookies. She said they were 4 ingredients. Clearly, there are more
That's
than...
my almond cookie. I did lie. I'm so sorry.
This is more than 4 ingredients, but she says it's very simple. Here's Maria with the sesame cookie.
Okay, quick sesame cookie. All ingredients room temperature. Cup of butter in a mixer. Cup of butter. Beep. Cup of sugar. 2 eggs. Everything goes in one bowl all at the same time. Half teaspoon each salt, lemon zest. Tablespoon baking powder. Teaspoon of vanilla. 3 cups of flour. And mix. Start off slow so it doesn't explode. Takes a minute. It'll break down and it'll be really, really crumbly. Let it go. Stay with it. Keep going until it forms a dough around the whisk or the beater. Takes a minute. Once you get it crumbly, you can increase the speed a little bit. Kind of tends to jump out of the pan if you go too fast, or the bowl. Oops, I'm in Rachel's serving dish. Not good. Looks dry and crumbly. Stay with it. It will turn into a dough. We're gonna portion them out, dip them in whole milk. Use whole milk. You need the fat to make the seeds stick. And toasted sesame seeds. Rachel has some beautiful already toasted sesame seeds that you can buy that way. Or 350, 5 minutes on a sheet pan, you can toast your own. Dough.
How long do you bake the cookies?
20 minutes at 350. Okay. 20 minutes at 350. When you pull them out of the oven, get them off the hot baking sheet, cool on a wire rack, eat. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put the fish in our serving dish, top it with the tomatoes. Everybody's got John's cocktails, and Maria's already got a tray of the cookies ready for you guys. You bake them 20 minutes, and you're good to go. Don't forget the milk, because the milk is the fat that makes the sesames stick to the cookies. Thank you, Ree. Great job. I'll be right back. So now with the tomatoes. So now we take our fish, this is our bacalao, our cod, and we bathe it in our cherry tomato sauce with a little bit of basil, and then we're just gonna put a little flat leaf parsley on it right before we take it to the table. Sauce is a lot of olive oil and garlic, and lots of cherry tomatoes from our garden. Of course, everybody can get cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes year-round. And what's great about that is most of the months of the year, the tomatoes in the grocery store, they tend to get a little mealy, especially in the colder months, right? Because tomato season is the summer. But the thing about cherry tomatoes and grape tomatoes is they're always sweet, and they have an intense flavor year-round. So I opened my hard oil, It comes with a little measuring thing. For every panful that I use, I put in 1 bag. This takes a while to get hard, so we're not gonna wait for that. But it's a great product and it works like a charm. This gets nice and firm, and then you can dispose of it in the garbage, right? And you're not ruining your backyard or the environment when you try to dump a bucket of oil in your yard. We made some garnish out of parsley. Okay, to the table. Get in there.